I'm here to tell you this morning that the United States of America are going to win a World Cup in the next 15 to 20 years. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Don't worry, it's alright. Right, let's get started, okay? So what is soccer? Now, it may seem like I'm lecturing you and telling you what something is that I'm sure you're all vastly knowledgeable about. Such a fantastic soccer country in the world, which is on the uprise, but I'll just break it down for the basics for you. So soccer is a team sport, ladies and gentlemen. It has 11 players on each side of the field, 10 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the only person that can, anybody help me out? Use what? Use their hands. See, I told you you know what you're talking about. Right. So the key rules in soccer, apart from obviously the 11 people on either side, which make up the 2 teams, is that there is no use of, you got it, Ben, no use of the hands apart from the goalkeeper, and only the feet, thighs, chest, and any other upper body region, including the head, can be used, but anything from the shoulders down is illegal in the sport. Along with that, the key rules are, if you have the goal in soccer, the aim is to what? Put the ball into the goal. Now the whole ball must cross the line into the goal, and that would equate to a goal. Right, so we're getting further now. We're getting places with this. Okay, so without obviously blowing soccer's trumpet anymore, I'd just like to say that it is the most popular sport in the world, statistically. And in America, they reckon in the next 2 to 3 years, it will overtake certain sports into the 3rd most popular sport. Now that is hard to believe, obviously, with the popularity with baseball, American football and basketball, but it is on the rise. And in the World Cup, in the quarterfinals, 16 million Americans watched that. So just to compare, 16 million people watched the US play against Belgium in the quarterfinals. Now that was compared to 11 million people that watched the NBA finals, so it's quite a comparison there. There is 3 levels of professional soccer in the United States of America. There is the MLS. Anybody want to tell me a team in the MLS they know of? LA Galaxy. Any other teams? Chicago Fire. Dr. Bascom, you've not got a favourite team in the MLS?
Bluefield College.
Well, one day. Anyway, the second tier below the MLS is the NASL, which is the National American Soccer League. And then below that we have the USL, which is the United Soccer League. So that is what it stands for. MLS, formed in 1993, is the oldest league in the United States. And then going down from there, we have the fairly recent NASL, which is 2009, and USL 2010. Now, obviously, soccer is fairly formative in the United States. It's not, an established elder sport such as basketball, baseball, American football. But like I said, it is up on the rise, and now there's plenty of years under American soccer's belt. So it's continually graduating to grow and grow, and it's fantastic things in store. The gentleman on the left, if you can see in the photo, is called Lamar Hunt, and to his right is Philip Anschutz. These 2 gentlemen here are absolutely revolutionary in soccer in the United States of America, as they helped form the Major League Soccer, which is obviously stands for the MLS, and they were the 2 major pioneers in which took American soccer to the new level of what it is today. Alan Rothberg is also a large founder of the MLS, and he helped Hunt and Anschutz, but unfortunately I couldn't find a picture of all 3 of them together, which is weird because Google usually has that, but unfortunately not. But anyway, that is the basis of how the leagues and the systems are organised. So just to break it down into where we stand, we're all Bluefield College. Where do we compare to the MLS, NASL and USL? Well, I'll sort of break it down and show you here. So here we have the professional leagues of the MLS, NASL and USL. Now below that is a semi-professional league. The semi-professional leagues, the 2 biggest ones, is the PDL, which is Professional Development League, and NPSL, which is National Premier Soccer League. Now these two leagues are semi-pro leagues. They're played in the summer. The PDL actually can be played throughout the year, but is more popular to be played in the summer because a lot of the time the guys that play in these leagues are college athletes. You know, obviously you can all relate to that. You go to college through the fall, you know, into the spring and the summer. You have all this time off. Some of you play baseball, American football, basketball. It's the same with soccer. In the summer, it's a time for college students to go out and engage, you know, and gain experience and, you know, have a new experience learning and playing the game in these summer leagues. And that is formed with a lot of collegiate athletes in the semi-pro levels. Now within the collegiate level, silly question, but what are we? We are at Bluefield. What collegiate association are we affiliated with? NAIA, exactly. Now, with the NAIA, it stands on par with Division 1, with Division 2, with Division 3. There is no pin you can put soccer and compare it to with Division 1, 2 and 3. Our soccer programme this year narrowly lost 2-1 to Liberty University. 10 men against 11. We had a man sent off, unfortunately. But that shows you where the level is with it, you know. Top NAIA programmes with soccer regularly beat high Division 1 programmes. So the level is right up there and it's a very competitive standard. Major difference between professional leagues and semi-professional leagues is what do you think? What makes a professional team? Exactly. They have a salary. They are given money and they are allowed to be compensated and paid for. Semi-professionally, soccer, collegiate athletes cannot be paid for it, otherwise they would lose their scholarship eligibility. Here's a quick graph to show you. Obviously I was talking about it there, but that is where you can base professional to amateur, and then you see collegiately, and then there's youth soccer and high school soccer. So hopefully that picture can give you a better idea of where it stands. The United States national team, there they are in all the glory. They're managed by a German man called Jürgen Klinsmann, who was very, very successful in a managerial standpoint and as a player. Played in Europe the whole of his career, managed in Europe. He actually managed Germany as well in the World Cup. However, he has revolutionised the way the United States think and play soccer. They've taken off the United States. If you watch them in the World, did anybody watch them in the World Cup, by the way? A few of you? Well, if you watch the United States in the World Cup, they were superb. They held themselves to a great account, and you know, they really did, you know, show the world what they're made of in a figure of speech. They were absolutely fantastic. The way they played, the intensity they played with, and the American fans were superb to watch. So really, you know, the passion is there, the fans are there, and in only a matter of time before it takes off over here to that next level. The best players I've labelled here is Landon Donovan, who is probably the most figurative man in US soccer for playing the game. He has the most United States caps on record, and he's captained the United States for the past 5 or 6 years until the World Cup, when unfortunately he was dropped, which was a shame for him, but he is a main man, a main figure within, you know, the soccer world over here. Clint Dempsey on the far left, number 8. Michael Bradley, the lovely shiny head. And then there's Tim Howard. Does anybody know who Tim Howard is? Goalkeeper, yeah. Anybody know what Tim Howard is famous for in the World Cup that's just come this year? Record for most saves ever in a World Cup. 18 saves in a World Cup Tim Howard had, which is a record. Nobody has ever done that before. And it was an American man that did it. You can see the awards the United States have received. 2010, 2014 World Cup last 16, so the quarterfinals, which is a huge achievement in world soccer. And they also were the Confederation Cup finalists in 2009, which they narrowly lost to Brazil, and they beat the previous world champion Spain in the semi-finals. And the kit colours vary to all white to an away kit, which is red, but in the World Cup they changed it to the blue and white stripe, and then their third kit is an all navy blue kit. Just to finish off, the future of soccer. Where does it go in America? What happens to it? Well, like I've said, and I've preached the whole of my speech, the popularity is growing, it is coming. You might not know as much about soccer now, but I promise you it'll be stuffed in your face the next 5-10 years. It'll keep on, you know, being fed information to you about it, because it really is exploding. Like I said, 16 million viewers NBA Finals, 15.5 million viewers, and that was just on ESPN where that was recorded. So you can see, you know, it is getting right up there with, you know, viewing amounts. Huge names now are being incorporated in the, you know, the MLS, Major League Soccer. I actually watched this guy play at the weekend. I went down to Charleston with my coach and a couple of other lads and filmed the game between Orlando City and New York City FC, which are two new teams. Now this guy here, Kaká, has won a World Cup. He's played in arguably the best team in the world, Real Madrid. He's coming over here to the United States and he's helping enhance the game more and more. So big names like himself and other guys like David Beckham, who came over here helping raise the level, raise the bar. This guy up here, I'm not sure if any of you know him, but he plays for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are a highly successful German team who have won Champions Leagues in the past, so they're the current title holders in Germany. And this young man, at the age of 18, Julian Green, is a US national team player who scored in the World Cup and also played for Bayern Munich. And that is the end of my speech.